what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media Channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, look, we have got a story to talk about. Now, this is not a breaking news type of situation. This has already been out there for like the past couple of weeks. I wanted to talk about it like a week or so ago, but I just kind of forgot about it, and other things came up to do. So yeah, we're going to talk about it today. And people have been messaging me this as well for the past like few weeks. So I thought I would give my thoughts on this whole Warner Brothers disc rot situation. DVDs are going bad from back in the day. So that's a problem, guys. You know, as physical media collectors, the one thing that we can hang our hats on, like when you're talking like versus streaming, is that we own the movie and we have it in our collection forever, right? Or at least until we leave this earth, we'll have it in our collection. Maybe we can pass it down to our kids or something like that, sell it off at some point, but it's going to last. You know, it's going to last a while. Like that's what it's supposed to. That's the reason we collect this stuff, right? To have it in the collection and to be able to watch it for the foreseeable future, which is hopefully longer than 15 years or 20 years or however long this is. So that's the big thing with us. So to hear this, like that's discouraging. You know, that's discouraging to us as movie enthusiasts, physical media fans, and all that kind of stuff. And it kind of, you know, opens up the doors for the streaming people to come and be like, hey, look, your disco bad too. They could take it off the streaming service, but your disco bad too. I already know I'm going to hear it in the comment section. So I'm trying to get ahead of it. But yeah, there's a whole thing that I want to get into. There may be like an additional video on this, on that topic specifically, just talking about, you know, collecting and the psychology of collecting, like after something like this happens. Like I would like to dive a little bit deeper into that and to give my thoughts. So there might be another video where I kind of elaborate on that. So in this video, we're just going to give my cold, hard thoughts on this whole situation. I'm going to try to give you the facts as well. We've got a list. There was a really good website that actually ran down a list of the titles that are affected. So you'll be able to kind of know which ones to look out for in your collection. But yeah, guys, let's just get into it. Basically, what's going on is there is a number of DVDs from Warner Brothers that are no longer working. They are suffering from disc rot, which happened because of the way the discs were made in a very specific time period. So 2005 to 2008, I believe, is the time period. But why am I just like over here talking? Like I could just read the article and that would answer some of the questions. In the last few days since we posted this piece, the story has gone viral. Okay, that's the beginning of this. Okay. We'll read the update first. In the last few days since we posted this piece, the story has gone viral, and now Warner Brothers has reached out to us with a statement from their home video department offering to make good on the ruined DVDs if possible. So Joe Blow is the website that I'm on, guys, and I'll give credit down below in the description. I'll link these articles, but I think Joe Blow is among the first to actually sound off on this and put this out there. Why am I doing this, guys? Let me put myself down at the bottom, okay? But I think they were among the first to kind of break this news. So they broke it, and then Warner Bros. Like, oh shit, people are talking about this. Let's give them their let's say, okay, we'll replace your DVDs, which I didn't know they had a stock of DVDs still. I didn't know they were still printing DVDs at a place like Warner Bros. You would think that they stopped doing that for some of those titles a long time ago. So that's kind of interesting in and of itself. So let's scroll down. Here's the statement in full. Warner Brothers Home Entertainment is aware of the potential issues affecting select DVD manufactured between 2006 and 2008, and the company has been actively working with the consumers to replace defective discs. Should I read the original post first? They have this in a weird way, so that's on top. The original post, let me read that, and then we'll read the update. Original post. I'm a huge fan of old movies. Now, when I say old, I don't mean movies from 10, 20, or even 30 or 40 years ago. I love movies from the golden age of Hollywood, specifically the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. I've always loved this period, and given how hard it is to find many of these movies on streaming, I've made an effort to buy as many of these movies on physical media as possible. As such, I have thousands of old movies on DVD, as they control the best library of classic film. A few months ago, I dug into an old Humphrey Bogart box set to watch a favorite of mine, Passage to Marseille. After about an hour, the disc simply stopped working. The same thing happened with another movie from the set across the Pacific. I actually thought my old Blu ray player was to blame. And given that I was in need of an upgrade anyway, I bought a new UHD player and just forgot about it. Flash forward to about a week ago when I decided to throw on an old Errol Flynn movie called Desperate Journey. The same thing happened. This was more concerning to me as, unlike the other movies I mentioned, this has never gotten an HD release and was unavailable digitally. I did a little research online, and to my horror, I landed on several home theater forum threads and a couple of good videos confirming this was no fluke. It turns out that virtually every Warner Brothers DVD disc manufactured between 2006 and 2008 has succumbed to the dreaded laser rots. So not disc rot, guys, laser rot. They're calling it laser rot, where discs simply stop working due to a rotting of the layers. Once it happens, it can't be undone. This was a frequent problem with Laserdisc back in the 80s and 90s, but it wasn't a huge problem with DVDs. The issue comes down to the way the discs were authored. Many of the titles affected, which range from classics like The Wild Bunch and The Shawshank Redemption to TV collections like The Dukes of Hazzard, have been reissued on Blu-ray or digital HD. Some of the titles, such as many of the titles in the Looney Tunes collections and many of the Golden Age Hollywood movies, have not, making them in a lot of cases lost media. So what can be done about this? Nothing. As stated in the retro blasting video, we had ticking time bombs on our hands, and the only way around the problem was to rip our faves to something like Plex, but it's too late for the majority of discs. Warner Bros., of course, has yet to comment on this, so people like me have thousands of worthless discs cluttering our shelves. Here's the most comprehensive list of titles available. Okay, so they've got a list right there. And then they go on to talk about other stuff. So I've got another website. Let's go back up and read the update. Let's see. Where possible, that effective discs have been replaced with the same title. However, as some of the affected titles are no longer in print or the rights have expired, consumers have been offered an exchange for the title of the like value. Consumers with the affected product, this is important, guys, can contact the customer support team at WHV at WBD.com. I'll try to link that down below as well, guys. For me, this kind of good news, bad news situation, as it will be nice to get replacements. Many of titles I'm concerned with are no longer in print, largely due to the fact that the rights holders have changed as such are no longer available in any form. If you happen to take advantage of this offer by WB, please contact me at Chris Boombra at joeblow.com with your experience so we can follow up on this story. So very interesting stuff, guys. And again, very concerning to us as physical media collectors, because we buy this stuff assuming that it's going to be okay in at least like 15 or 20 years. And what this article is telling us is that it's possible for our discs that we're buying currently, maybe they're making them a certain way now that could be affected 20 years down the line. That even the stuff we're buying out could be affected later on down the line. This tells us and hammer homes the fact that physical media is really not forever. And that could be a tough pill to swallow. Now, this is just Warner Brothers, which I find to be a little weird, that no other studios affected. Was it just the way that Warner Brothers was making these discs back in the day? Because I haven't heard anything about Sony or Universal or Disney, anything like that. So apparently, as of right now, like they're just saying it's Warner Brothers. So I don't know what Warner Brothers was doing to their discs back in 2006 to 2008, but it wasn't good. Okay, now let me get on this other website. And let's see. And this one actually has the list of everything, so I'll make myself smaller again. And we could have maybe got the list from the other one, but I knew that this list was available, so I wanted to get into that. And we can read the article again to see if they add any more clarity. This is from March the 7th of 2025. More than 300 DVD titles released between 2006 and 2008, sold in millions of copies, have succumbed to laser rot due to fabrication process, making them unplayable today. Discs have an expiration date but for hundreds of Warner Bros. DVDs, the expiration date came much earlier than expected. As reported by JoeBlow.com, DVD titles from Warner Bros. Released between 2006 and 2008 were manufactured in a way that caused the layers to rot prematurely, a phenomenon known as laser rot. They no longer work, and it's not the buyer's fault. Of course, it's not the buyer's fault. What can be done? Unfortunately, nothing can be done if you have them in your collection? Is it too late to rip them to a hard drive? So they're basically saying all the same stuff, guys. But it affects releases such as Superman the movie, Shawshank Redemption, Rebel Without a Cause, Blade Runner, as well as later editions 2001 Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut. Good news is most of those titles that we're talking about, they've got great upgrades, 4K upgrades, Blu-ray upgrades, but there are still people that are very stuck on DVD. Like, and again, like if you collected this stuff 20 years ago and you're like, I don't want to go into Blu-ray and 4K. I'm fine with DVD. This is my collection. This is what I want. I bought this stuff already. Okay. I don't need to buy it again. Well, apparently you do, because these don't last longer than 20 years. And again, it just makes you wonder, okay, this is the 2006, 2008 batch. All right, well, what's going to happen in another 5 years? Is it 2009 to 2012 patch? Are they going to be affected as well? Are they going to be unplayable? It is just a little concerning. But again, I'm going to make a separate video on just kind of the mindset, the psychology of all this, and how we should feel about it as collectors moving forward. Is it the end of the world? Should we stop collecting? I'm going to answer that. Okay, in a video coming forward. But this is about facts, guys. Okay, we're just spitting straight facts here from these sites. And let me go down here and just scroll through this list. Let me make this a little bit bigger because, guys, I'm getting old. I'm no spring chicken, and I can't read these at this level. Okay, so that's a little bigger. So let me get this freaking ad off the screen. My goodness. What is going on? Okay, so I cannot read every single one of these titles, but I will just kind of browse through them, breeze through them, and I'll read a few of them, but you guys will be able to pause if you need to, check these out. Again, like a lot of these are probably like if you have a pretty extensive DVD collection, pretty good bet you got some of these in your collection. I'm definitely looking for some that I may have in my collection because I tried to play Blazing Saddles last year because I was going to compare it to the 4K because I didn't have the Blu-ray, and I couldn't play the movie on DVD. I could only play the special features, and I couldn't play the movie. So I didn't think nothing of it because I got it at like a Goodwill or something. I was like, oh, it's just a bad disc, but it could be because of this. But 2001: A Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange, Midsummer Night's Dream, A Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a big one. Across the Pacific, Humphrey Bogart, The Signature Collection, Volume 2. And yeah, there are a lot of movies in this that probably, don't have Blu-rays. They don't have any further upgrades. And that just highlights the fact, guys, that there's so much stuff that needs to be upgraded from not even DVD, but also VHS. And every single like format, every time we go to a different format, there are hundreds, if not thousands of movies left behind. Like we've got a lot of stuff on 4K. There is so much that is not on 4K that's on Blu-ray. And the same thing, there's so much that's on DVD that's not on Blu-ray. There's so much that's on VHS that's not on DVD. Every single time we jump a format, titles get left behind. So yeah, I mean, these are DVDs. Like there's still movies that are stuck on VHS, believe it or not. There are. All right, we've got I think Sidekicks was one that was stuck on VHS before Vinegar Syndrome put that one out. But Gold Member, we got Gold Member. I guess the other Austin Power movies are not affected. Blade Runner 4-disc collector's edition, Bombers, B-52, Boomtown. I'm not seeing Blazing Saddles. At least I don't think I am. So maybe I just had a bad disc. Cat on the Hot Tin Roof. I think I do have Cat on a Hot Tin Roof actually. I feel like I got that at Goodwill back in the day. So I may try that before I film the next video that I'm doing. Just kind of my follow up to this. I may try a few of these that I have. Cruisin's on here, but that just got a great 4K. It's got a great Blu-ray from Arrow. Dive Bomber. Let's see, Droopy. Guys, oh my God, guys. You got anybody that's got Droopy, you're going to be in a hell of a mood. You're not going to get to watch your Droopy anymore. Okay. That's a hell of a title. Eyes Wide Shut. Female 3 on a Match Forbidden, Hollywood Volume 2. Fire Creek, James Stewart Signature Collection. I haven't seen that James Stewart film. Fort Apache, G-Men Tough Guys Collection, and Gangsters Volume 2. So a lot of sets right here. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. We got a Harry Potter title in here. Let's see. Julius Caesar is on here. John Carpenter's Someone Is Watching Me. We got Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 1, Disc 1, and Volume 5, Disc 4. So I guess it's just certain discs in those sets. Let's see. My Dream Is Yours, Doris Day Collection. Mystery Street, Film Noir Classic Collection Volume 4. Lucky Man, Operation Crossbow. Popeye is on here as well. Rio Bravo, Rebel Without a Cause. A lot of stuff that's got good 4K upgrades, Shawshank Redemption, Straight Time. So yeah, all of these are probably not going to be able to be played if you try them. Again, you can try them. Somebody prove this wrong. You know, maybe play one of these DVDs, see if it works. Superman the movie, Superman 2, Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, Superman 3, and Superman 4, and Superman Returns is on here. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning is on here. Let's see. We've got The Corn is Green, Katharine Hepburn, 100th Anniversary Collection. The Great Ziegfeld, a lot of those. Willie Gator, Vacation, European Vacation, double comedy feature release. Twilight Zone the movie. I don't think Twilight Zone the movie did that get an upgrade to Blu-ray? I didn't know if it did. Wonder Woman is on here as well. So let's get into the box sets. 4 film favorites. Hugh Grant. Oh my God, somebody's gonna lose their Hugh Grant collection, guys. Jeez, I couldn't live without my Hugh Grant collection. My goodness. You got King of Horror. Oh, I think I've got that one. I feel like I've got the King of Horror. The Dreamcatcher side of disc 1 doesn't load in any player. So I'm going to have to try some of these. Lethal Weapon. Let's see. Barbara Stanwyck Signature Collection. Betty Davis Collections. Blade Runner 4-disc Signature Collection. We already talked about that. But yeah, I'm just going to scroll through, guys. I've been going for long enough. Elvis Presley. Humphrey Bogart. James Cagney. A lot of box sets here, guys. A lot of the Powerpuff Girls Complete Series. Oh my God. Oh my God. Powerpuff Girls Complete Series. You're not gonna be able to do that anymore. You're not gonna be able to play that anymore. Oh my goodness. Pinky and the Brain Seasons. Smallville, a complete 6th season. This is crazy, guys. The Exorcist, the complete anthology. Dominion, the prequel to The Exorcist, fails at layered change. The John Wayne collection, The Sopranos, the Twisted Terror collection, The West Wing multiple seasons. Tough Guys, Twisted Terror Collection, Vacation, European Vacation, Veronica Mars, Warner Brothers Gangsters Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, guys, look, again, watch me scroll through this, pause it, check your title, see if that's the case with yours. Let me take this out of here, guys. And that's the story, guys. I just wanted to kind of get this out there, give my thoughts on it. And some of you guys may not know about it. And it is an issue. Again, it's DVD, and I know a lot of us collect Blu-ray and 4K now, but again, I know that some of us are still holding on to some of those old DVDs, and we haven't upgraded them yet because either they don't have upgrades or we just haven't got around to it because we're like, oh, these are good. These are holding me for a while. Well, apparently not. Apparently they're not good anymore, and that's a shame. That definitely is a little bit of a hit to the psyche of the collector, I think. But let me know your all's thoughts in the comment section below. Is it all doom and gloom? Is this something that we should just expect going forward and manage our expectations for our physical media collecting accordingly? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications for all future videos. Again, I will have a kind of a follow-up video to this coming, and we'll see you next time.